Good morning, everybody. I haven't done a live in a long time, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Gypsy, and also Arlene, and that's Mr. Percy over there. Percy! Yeah. So I wanted to give a quick update, and first of all, I want to thank everybody who's helped me and supported me with love and finances, etc., to get this job done. Yesterday, I found out some stuff of why things didn't get done the first time the right way, so I shared some pictures, and I didn't realize that, first of all, when they were tapping and tapping and tapping because they didn't pull the tank out, they were trying to do it underneath the van, they literally damaged the seal, which I'll show it to you, and also they did not notice that the float was floating inside the tank. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be attached to the pump system assembly, okay? And also there was the O-ring is corroded. So I'm going to flip this camera around and then I'm going to show you what I found out, because according to this mechanic, luckily I didn't drive away. Luckily I got towed, because he said had you drove off, the seal was not sealed properly. There was fumes. I kept smelling gas for a couple of days here, but I wasn't sure why. But there's a lot of people doing stuff here in the neighborhood, so I just thought maybe, I'm going to get out of the sun. I just thought maybe it's, because of that, but no, it was coming from my gas tank because the seal wasn't in. And he goes, had you drove off, your exhaust is right there. It would have gotten hot, could have caught fire. Yeah. So let me show you what we found out. So here's the gas tank. Okay. First of all, found out this is not the original gas tank. It is a different gas tank, and the reason we found out, oh yeah, hang on, I'll show you the reason. I'll show you why. So here is the O-ring that's here, and it is deteriorated. It's it feels crumbly, right? So that was the first problem. And when they tapped it off, there's these little things right here, so the top part has to go under to lock in place. So we've got it covered up because the mechanic lives literally next door. So he's going to today take my part and literally, here's the float we found floating around inside the gas tank. It's supposed to be attached to the assembly, so it tells you when you don't have enough or you've got a full tank, which is one reason why my tank never read right. We've got this covered for obvious reasons, and actually I have a full tank, and those guys kept telling me, you don't have any gas. No, it's a full tank. So here's the one that was in there. This was still in the tank, and he went to go get a second wrench so that he could release these two while it was in the tank, so it would be setting like this in the tank, right? And then he was I helped him. We slid the tank all the way out. We actually jacked up the van, which is what they should have did, and I even suggested it. But, I'm not a mechanic, and you know how sometimes some people just, no, that's not. So this is the part that I had, and they replaced it by just unplugging here. And then we also had this. So this part up here is all damaged. It's been beat up, and it's damaged, and that's one of the reasons it doesn't seal. It's all... let me see if I can see it. It's not here anymore. But there's like little parts here where it clips on to this part over here that I just showed you. So let me show you what the other problem is. Let me get it right now. Hang on. I've got it over here. So the part that I did buy doesn't work with this one. Simple fact, because I didn't know that the tank is a new tank. It's not the original tank. So when I was looking at the part, we got the right part for this van. Yes, it's definitely the right part for this van. But as you can see, that would never work. It's too tall. So the previous owner obviously bought a new tank. That's great. It's in good condition. We wiped it down really good, on and on and on. But now I have to find another one, get this one sent back. God only knows how long it'll take for the money to come back, etc. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. So basically, that's kind of the situation what I'm looking at right now. And today the mechanic he's here. He's going to take mine to a shop, and the one I have, and he's going to take, let me put all this back away so I don't mess it up. I gotta get it put away. Anyways, So he's going to take it to a shop and have it tested, the one that's attached to my van, just to see. He's curious if the pump is defective or not, because that's what I was told. Oh, your pump is defective. You know, so this is, I think right here is where the float is supposed to be on this thing here, but it's not, it wasn't even attached. Yeah, so I think when they put it back in, it fell off or whatever. So that's where we're at. And the mechanic, because he lives right next door, he's going to go get this tested. And then after that, what we're going to do is he's going to drive me. It's 25 miles, I believe. We are going to go to an AutoZone and or an O'Reilly, buy the whole system, but we're going to take this one with us so that we match it up and get the right one. Yeah, so there's the problem. That's the biggest problem right there, is that, yes, the farmers, thank you very much, but I wish you would have just said that I don't feel comfortable doing that job. I would have gotten myself towed here anyway, you know, and then gotten it all done right way. But you can see where they beat the crap out of it, because they did not pull the tank out. They did it all underneath the tank. Now look how much room. There's not a lot of room. If the tank was sitting down here, literally, I'm looking at it right here, how much room do you have to work there? So they were doing everything at the side. They never jacked it up. And I had 2 jacks in my trailer. Oh, no, we can do it right here. No, you can't. Everything I watched, everything I read about this, and I'm not a mechanic, so that's why I was doing the research, asking everybody questions that I could that knows this kind of job. And they all said, no, you have to pull that tank out so that you can look at it. Now, dude, it's full of gas. Quite a lot of gas there. So yeah, and they kept saying, you don't have gas. I'm like, no, I do have gas. I just put gas, plus somebody else brought me some gas, so I had plenty of gas. So there's the update, folks. So that's what's going on. So today, first thing, we're getting this tested. And then after that, we are, there's gas leaking out of here, but it's just whatever's stuck inside that pump. There's nothing else, right? So then we will go down and get a new one. And I'm going to look online right now, see if O'Reilly or AutoZone has it. And then I got to prepare to send that other one back. So, yeah. And then I finally did get my, let me turn the camera back around. I finally did get the doghouse off. For those of you who don't know, I call it a turtle shell, but in the front, because this is a Chevy, so the engine, you only see part of it under the hood. The rest of it is inside the engine. It's inside the vehicle, okay? So basically, it took me like half the day to get it off. I had to undo all kinds of bolts and whatever. Thank God the wires look brand new. The distributor cap cover looks in good condition. So he said, I'll check your plugs later just to make sure. He says, but if all that's new, then more than likely those are good too. And then also, but the air filter looks good. He's going to bring his compressor, and we're going to blow all the dust and shit, sand dust, the desert dust, I call it. He's going to blow out the air filter, but also the fact that was a critter at one point living on top of my engine, because I found all the little remnants of it and used a paintbrush to get he goes, don't worry about it. I'll bring my compressor and we'll blow all that shit out. So there's the update, folks. So if you can still help me a little bit, that's what I'm doing. I need to be able to pay him. He's already spent a lot of time just getting that out, and I literally was here helping him. I mean, he undid the bolts and whatever, and then he got it jacked up, and as you can see, there's not a lot of room here. I mean, because I have my trailer hitch is right there, right? So he raised it up enough, and you see it's like literally right there, right? So he raised it up enough so that he could slide it out. So that's kind of what that's what helped. And then I'm not sure, but I'm going to ask him about all these weird little strappy things that we need to get new of that. I don't know what that is, whatever this stuff is on those straps. Obviously, it's all beat to crap, so that's going to be something new. So that's kind of what I'm doing, folks, just trying to figure this out. I'm not a mechanic. I'm doing my own research, reading, asking questions, watching YouTube videos to figure this out. And that's why I kept asking them, aren't you supposed to raise it? Aren't you supposed to raise the vehicle? How are you going to see what's going on inside? Oh, we don't need to do that. So I'm not going to argue with somebody who says they know what they're doing, you know, but at the same time, I'm so thankful, thank you God, that I just decided to use part of the money I had just earned, because the first 2 days that I worked there, the guy paid me for that, thank God. And so I was able to afford the tow truck, you know, and buy some food. But anyway, so there's a whole bunch of people riding by, and Percy's like, what are all these people going? So I just wanted to give a quick update, and I want to thank all of you. I'm so grateful. You have no idea. I mean, words can't even express how thankful I am. Oh, hello, Robin. I love you. I miss you. I miss you guys so much. I'll comment later. I forgot how to do it while we're talking. And hello, Carolyn. Nice to see you. So I just wanted to give everybody an update. I really appreciate it. Please keep sharing my link, my GoFundMe. I want to make sure I pay this young man. I'm so thankful that I met him. Literally, it was literally a grace of God, because I literally prayed on it. I had already spoken with 7 other people. 4 of them were extremely sketchy. And thank you, Robin, for helping me look stuff up. Hello, Mickey. Good morning. And basically, him and I were out here. Our dogs were playing. And I said, I hope I'm not bothering, because he literally lives right there. I said, I hope I'm not bothering you. I'm trying to keep us as quiet as possible. But we got towed here, and I explained to him what was going on. And literally when I was praying about it, I said, God, I don't know how it's going to happen, but just send me somebody. Send me an angel who knows what they're doing. And literally they're just going to walk up and say, I can do that. I know how to do that. I can help you. I'm not joking. That's exactly what he said. When I told him what happened, he goes, I know how to do that. I can do that. I can help you. That's all he's studied is mechanic. He's a licensed mechanic. How blessed is that? And it's literally right here next door. I don't have to get myself towed or nothing like that. And he knows what he's talking about. Like when he saw this, he was like, oh my God. And when he told me that my vehicle would have caught on fire because the fumes were literally escaping because it wasn't sealed. Because when he dropped the tank and he went to go get an extra wrench so that he could release this right here, because you have to hold one while you untwist. That's the same thing I had to do when I changed out the fuel filter. I had to get an extra wrench. This was still in the tank. This was still in the tank at the time. He came back a few minutes later, and this was sticking out of the tank. He goes, what? And I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, look, tell me what you see. And I said, oh, you already took it out? He goes, no. He goes, that's why I brought these 2 wrenches. He goes, it already popped out. He goes, it wasn't even sealed. Wow. So thank you to the farmers for helping me, but I wish you would have just said that's a job we can't do. That would have been way more better. I still would have met this fantastic mechanic, because the farmer had already told me he didn't want me sleeping in my home on his property, which is fine. I understand. So that's why I got myself towed out of there. So all in all, Mr. Percy and I are going to have a really wonderful day. We're going to have the best day ever, right? Yes, we are. He agrees. Agree. Yes, yes. All right. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Please share. Please keep sharing my link. We haven't even been able to look at the front end, but he said it looks like it's okay, but he is going to test everything for me. And we're going to get the whole new system. We're going to take that one. He's going to test it. We're going to take that one with us to make sure we match it up to the size of this new tank, because I didn't know there was a new tank on there. He goes, it's not the original tank. He said, but it looks good. So, boy, have I learned a lot. And I'm so proud of myself, because like I said, in this thing, I learned how to change a fuel filter and the relay, that we got that. And now there's something else. I think my brother called it a fuel pressure regulator. Now that is going to be underneath the air filter and underneath all that. He says, but I know exactly where that's at. I will help you, and we'll check it out. If it's bad, we'll go get you a new one. So there you go, folks. And I'm just trying to be as positive as I can. Percy and I just came back from a walk, and yeah, so I love all of you, and I'm just, my heart is so filled with happiness that all of you have helped me, but I just really need to get this done. I'm parked in a parked in somebody's driveway, literally, and this is not very comfortable. So life needs a change fast. So, look, he's like, let's just play ball. Forget it. I love you guys. I'm going to let you go and play with my boy. Kisses, hugs, heart hugs, and you know I do lots of heart hugs. So I'll read all your comments in a bit. But I'm going to go drink my coffee and wake my ass up. So, love you guys. I don't want to touch my hand because I got gas on it. So, take care. Thank you. And thank you. You know I'm filled with so much gratitude. Bye.